Hello and good day, welcome to our video channel, God's Promises. And today's video will be a fast, concise overview. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 47. Let's get started now. The book of Jeremiah chapter 47 is a short but powerful chapter in the Bible that describes the judgment of God against the Philistines. This chapter provides valuable teachings and lessons about the consequences of disobedience and the importance of turning to God. In this essay, we will explore the meaning and lessons of this chapter and how they apply to our daily lives. The story begins with God's message to Jeremiah, telling him to prophesy against the Philistines. God tells Jeremiah that the Philistines will be destroyed by the Babylonians, and he describes the destruction in vivid detail. The Philistines are portrayed as a proud and arrogant people who had long been enemies of the Israelites. They were known for their military might and their worship of false gods. The main lesson of this chapter is the consequences of disobedience and the importance of turning to God. The Philistines had been disobedient to God for many years, and their pride and arrogance had led them away from the truth. They had turned to false gods and relied on their own strength rather than turning to God for help. The destruction of the Philistines serves as a warning to all of us about the consequences of disobedience. When we turn away from God and rely on our own strength, we leave ourselves vulnerable to destruction. We must be willing to turn to God and seek His guidance and help, even when things seem difficult or uncertain. Another important lesson we can learn from this chapter is the importance of humility. The Philistines were proud and arrogant, and their downfall was a direct result of their pride. We too can fall into the trap of pride and arrogance, and we must be willing to humble ourselves before God and seek His guidance and wisdom. In addition to these lessons, there are also practical applications that we can take from this chapter. One application is the importance of turning to God in times of trouble. The Philistines had relied on their own strength and false gods for many years, but when they faced destruction, they had nowhere else to turn. We too must be willing to turn to God in times of trouble and trust in His plan for our lives. Another practical application we can take from this chapter is the importance of being aware of the consequences of our actions. The Philistines had been disobedient to God for many years, and their disobedience led to their destruction. We too must be aware that our actions have consequences, and we must strive to make choices that honor God and bring about good. Finally, this chapter serves as a reminder that God is just and will hold us accountable for our actions. The Philistines had been disobedient to God for many years, and their destruction was a direct result of their disobedience. We too must be aware that we will be held accountable for our actions, and we must strive to live in a way that honors God and brings about good in the world. In conclusion, the book of Jeremiah chapter 47 provides valuable teachings and lessons for us to apply to our daily lives. We can learn from the example of the Philistines about the consequences of disobedience and the importance of turning to God. We can also learn about the importance of humility and being aware of the consequences of our actions. May we all be inspired by this chapter to live our lives in a way that honors God and brings about good in the world. Thank you for visiting us today. Please share with us your favorite Bible chapter below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help our channel grow. Looking forward to see you back here for our next video. Always take good care.